What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I'm a Weeble preferred influencer. You've got 1 week left, guys. October 15th, maybe less than a week, depending on when you hear my voice. Deposit more than $100 after using my referral link, and you will get not one, but 2 shares guaranteed to be valued more than $8 from Weeble. It's the best promotion they've ran. Really a great way to negate some of the risk in investing. Take a look at our risks. We're up everything except land and CVS. And land is a new one to be down in, but we're going to talk about it because when you own a bunch of stock, you have to keep track of a lot of companies. Gladstone Land filed to sell common stock, okay? Now, I don't care how much you do or don't know about investing. You understand the principle of supply versus demand, right? When there's more of something, it becomes intrinsically less valuable, okay? That's all there is to it, okay? Companies know when they issue more shares, it's going to dilute the shares in the market, and therefore they're going to become less valuable. Now, good companies rebound, like Tesla, Apple. Not all companies do. So we have to pay very close attention to what's happening here. October 7th, they come out, they say, hey, we're going to take this influx of cash, we're going to pay off some debts, we're going to go ahead and expand acquisitions. We take a look at where they are, no doubt about it, down 5%. Now, if they cut the dividend, I'll be a little bit more upset, but I don't think that's going to be a problem, and I'll show you why. You have to keep track of history. You have to know what happened. Look at this here. June 20th, 2019. Not October 7th, 2020. June 2020. Same exact thing happens. They come out, they issue common shares, they're down 5%. Okay? So, is it good as an investor to see this happen? Not necessarily, but you have to look. What is the company doing after? What is the company doing during? What is happening during these times? And you can see, no doubt about it, go back on the chart. There's a dip there where you can see those shares got issued, but they kind of went sideways for a little bit, then gained, then fell with the recession or whatever you want to call what happened earlier this year, and then, came right back up. But how do they do as a company? Well, let's look. From the time they issued those shares, 7.83 million, 8.36 million, 11.01 million, 13.49 million, 15.28 million revenue. I'm happy with that. I see them making more money. Okay? I also know that in terms of making money, they're paying shareholders. I happen to be one of them. We have been paid by them every month since we bought the shares. That's part of being a shareholder. We have to understand the business. As I said, if you don't understand what you're buying, if you don't comprehend the business line, then don't buy into them. There's so many people that turn others away from the stock market because they got involved in stocks and companies they don't understand, and then when something like this happens, they sell. They can't deal being down 5%. They assume their investment is gone. So they're just going to exit the stock. This is a frustrating time for me because I just said 2 videos ago, I'm going to save the money that's in the account so we can buy stock if something happens. We don't have enough in there. And to be fair to you and myself, I'm not going to put more in. I said I wouldn't, and I won't. I want to grow this with just what's there. But we would have been in a great position to take advantage of this dip and buy into a company that I believe in at a price that's lower than what we're at now. Okay? When you understand what this company does, they are involved in agriculture. They're involved in food production. Not processed food production, real food production. Fruits, vegetables, actual food. That demand will not diminish over time. Okay, the value of land will forever be there. Now, you can argue that what is on the land can diminish the value of it, like, say, a gym or, say, I don't know, movie theater. Those can be diminished temporarily, right? And especially a time like now. But land that you're growing food on, land that you're selling produce from, is that really going to diminish? Does this land, right, that they're growing these vegetables on, really care? Does it really know? Is it really bothered by the fact that more shares were issued and the stock price went down? No. Does the person buying this produce that gives me my dividend payment even have the foggiest clue that the company that owns the land that the lettuce was grown on, that goes into their cart, that they pay good money for, actually went down in stock today? No. Do they know that I get paid from that company? Probably not either. But this is exactly why I say cash is a position. right? You don't always have to invest every dollar because you don't know when these things are going to happen. And you have to trust and understand the business you invest in. Now, don't get me wrong. If I hadn't done any research on this company and I didn't know that the revenue increased every year, and I didn't know that they do these offerings just about every year and that it impacts the stock price, I could easily lose control today, sell. Or I could go back and see, hey, every time they do this, the company actually makes less and less and less money, even though they're getting more and more and more from stockholders. That's why it's important to understand. That's why you can't have a portfolio with 6,000 companies in it. That's something I hope all of you understand in terms of investing. If you trust in your judgment and you buy into quality companies that you understand and believe in, then a price decrease is only shown as a sale to you, right? This stock is on sale now. Now, as I said, things can change. The dividend gets cut. I probably won't be as happy. I would understand because I realize they have more shareholders to pay, but historically, they've made more money to fund those payments because I believe they have a strong management team, they have an understood vision, and they have multiple ways of interacting within the agriculture space, as you're seeing now, to help make sure they can profit on every situation that comes in front of them. It's as simple as that. So, if I have the money in the account, if some of those funds from the free stocks of Cladera become available, I guarantee you, I will easily sell those stocks for whatever cost so that I can buy more into Gladstone Land because I trust its value much more than I trust Cladera. And I say that knowing that Cladera may be a better company, right? As a tech company, it may be a far superior company, but the reality is I don't know it as well. I don't understand it as well. So I'm not going to trust it as much. What I've read has been some negative sentiment. Could be wrong. Could be a stock that blows up in 5 years and I look back and I say, I can't believe I sold that tech stock, especially in one of the biggest booms of cloud marketing, so that I could have a company that grew peppers. And you can tell me I'm the biggest moron on the planet for doing it, right? But that's okay. Because I'm doing, in my mind, what I think is the best for me, and I'm making the best decisions with the information I have in front of me. And that's what you need to do in investing as well. That's why in front of every one of these videos, there's that little disclaimer that tells you this is just for entertainment, and you need to understand what you're doing. I just happen to take the entertainment I'm giving you and apply it into my real life. With that said, you know I appreciate you watching this video, and hopefully you guys learn from these videos, because I learn a lot making them for you. I promise you, a year ago if this happened, I would have been one of those guys panicking. One of those guys with the small hands that couldn't hold onto the shares. That took any negativity and just lost control and saw nothing but doom and gloom. But now I understand the bigger picture. I look at the company from a different perspective. And I know that all this is doing is presenting me another opportunity to make even more in the market. I said the other day on Twitter, I posted some images of a day where I was well up on Amazon and Google and then well down. And I said if you buy them in the red enough, they will turn green. And that is true, but you have to buy quality companies when they go in the red for them to turn green again. If not, you know, you can chase red all day long and it'll just keep devaluing itself. Again, long video. Appreciate you guys sitting through it. Hopefully you take something from this. You know I appreciate you watching it, and I will be back in a week with more content.